Happy Sunday night, everybody. Now, legendary hockey coach Herb Brooks once said, "Great moments are born from great opportunities." And that's exactly what the Minnesota Vikings had at TCF Bank Stadium today, hosting a Seattle Seahawks team that's been to the Super Bowl the last 2 years. Win over the Hawks today would give Minnesota the confidence they needed for the stretch run. Vikings and Seahawks in Minneapolis today. A couple minutes into the game, Seattle in Viking territory. Thomas Rawls gets a carry. It appears he fumbles and the Purple recover. He was ruled down, though. Another look. The ball is out. Call overturned, but the Vikes can't make anything out of the turnover. Late in the first, Rawls gets the redemption. Bounces off Viking defenders on his way into the end zone. 7-0 Seattle. They would dominate the first half, 21-0 at the break. Minnesota misery, trailing 35-0 with a minute left in the third. Just trying to get something. It's Cordero Patterson on special teams. Finds the seam, takes 101 yards to the house. Doing his best Bruce Anderson impression from yesterday's Bayou game. 35-7, but the Vikings fall in a rough run by a 38-7 final.
We kind of got away from who we are a little bit, when the score got 14-0. And then throwing interceptions, poor throw by Teddy. Then they hit it 21 at halftime, and then, just kind of, then we still couldn't get anything going offensively.
No, we just couldn't get anything going. Hats off to Seattle, two-time defending NFC champions. Those guys played some great football today. They did some things on defense that just stopped what we were doing, and sometimes, we stopped ourselves today too.
Elsewhere in the NFC North, Bears trying to stay in the race, hosting San Fran. Now 90 seconds left in the fourth. Chicago up 20-13. Look at this guy, Blaine Gabbert, looking like he's back at Missouri. Takes it 44 yards to the barn on 3rd and 3, and the game is tied at 20. Bears put together a late drive, final seconds. On the 36-yard game-winning field goal. We go into OT. That look right there says it all. Just a couple of minutes into the fifth quarter, a touchdown will end it. Yeah, a touchdown does end it. Gabbert hooks up with Torrey Smith, 71 yards. 49ers take it 26-20. Let's take a look up to the second look at the NFC North standings. Green Bay and Minnesota now tied atop the division. Vikings travel to Arizona Thursday night to take on the 10-2 Cardinals. Before NDSU's second-round beatdown of Montana yesterday, if you thought guys like Easton Stick and C.J. Smith would have been the biggest difference makers, you would have been in the majority. But you would have also been wrong. Although Stick and Smith had good games for the Bison, no one had a better performance than Bruce Anderson. The true freshman from Ruskin, Florida, had his best game as a member of the Herd, rushing for a touchdown to break the game open just before halftime, and a second-half 102-yard kickoff return for a TD immediately following a Grizzlies score. Although Anderson may be listed in the program as a running back, he loves that return game.
I love returning kicks. You have the whole field wide open. So, I just love doing it. I just trust all the guys in front of me. It was all fast. I had to just react and go. 100 yards is a long way down the field, and I just had to make sure I got to the end zone.
And then for us to answer that quickly back, we've been close on some kickoff returns. Coach Austin's done a phenomenal job of coaching that unit, and we were able to hit the big one, and Bruce is a special athlete.
Some Sunday hoops for you. Bison basketball traveling to winless Southern Miss. 4 minutes left in the first half. Herd down 26-21. Former Shanley Deacon A.J. Jacobson, drive and kick, eventually gets it to Malik Clements. Drains it from downtown. 2-point game, but it would get back up to 10 by the half. Second half. This time Jacobson gets the buckets, finds his spot in the corner, cuts the Golden Eagle lead to 9. 3 minutes later, still a 9-point margin. USM too strong, getting a 3 of their own. Quentin Campbell hits the tray. Southern Miss fends off NDSU 74-62. Now NDSU's Bruce Anderson wasn't the only unsung hero to steal the spotlight yesterday. UND's Austin Pagansky stole the show for the Fighting Hawks on the ice Saturday night. When everybody and their mother is talking about that CBS line, Pagansky was the spark behind UND's sweep of 9th-ranked Denver. The sophomore forward only had 2 goals coming into the weekend against the Pioneers, but the man who wears number 14 netted more goals this weekend than he has the entire season combined, as Pagansky put 3 past the netminder, including 2 in yesterday's win to complete the sweep. And on one of those goals he unveiled a move he's been holding on to for a while.
I didn't know it was that close. I knew we didn't have a lot of time, so I was trying to get on my horse and get down there, but didn't know it was 0.6 or whatever it was. Yeah, Thursday practice we do a shootout, and I practiced that one quite a bit, so it was nice to execute that in a real game.
Even though the goaltenders know what's coming, he seems to execute it all the time. So, when he had a little bit of leeway there going up the ice. They knew that was coming out, and you know, he executed. That's a tough play to execute, especially late in the period, the way the ice is, and you know, you're killing the penalty, giving up energy, and he did a great job executing.
At the Ralph today, UND women fall to the Beavers of Bemidji State 1-0. The same score they beat them by on Friday night. Fighting Hawks will welcome top-ranked and undefeated Wisconsin to the Ralph next weekend. And Minnesota Golden Gopher football, they're going bowling following a 5-7 year. Gophers and Central Michigan will do battle in Detroit on December 28th in the Quick Lane Bowl. And to wrap things up, MSUM women's rugby taking home a national championship today.
Wow.
So congratulations to them.